Hey guys, welcome back. If you don't know me, my name is Cassidy and this is week 1 of puppy training. Before we get started into the video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched and liked our last video. I got a ton of messages from people showing their support and love, and that was probably one of the best responses I could have gotten from doing this, so I'm very, very excited to see where this goes, so thank you. For week 1, I wanted to focus on 3 different things. I wanted to start off with Rufus learning his name, potty training, and kennel training. I decided to put all 3 of these together because I believe that they're the most important. I think all 3 of these things can be taught and executed all at the same time because it's everyday kind of things. I'll be saying Rufus's name every day to him, he will have to go to the bathroom every day, and he will be sleeping in his kennel at night. When I'm teaching Rufus his name, I will try to say it every day. I will say it when we're playing, when I'm rewarding him, if I want him to come to me. So right now Rufus and I are outside and I wanted to show you guys how I'm going to teach him his name. We're just gonna play and I'm gonna move around and say his name. If he looks at me, then that's when he gets rewarded because that means he is acknowledging me when I say his name. Rufus. Rufus, Rufus. Good boy. Good boy. Rufus, Rufus. Good boy. I would say potty training is probably the hardest work for myself or for you. You know, you kind of have to show and guide your puppy where they can go to the bathroom and where they can't go to the bathroom. So when we first got Rufus, the first probably week, we were taking him out every 1 to 2 hours, which seems like a lot, but I don't really want him having accidents in the house. And honestly, he's only probably had maybe 3 accidents inside, which is not bad considering we've had him for 3 weeks. He's a baby, and sometimes it takes puppies longer to learn. It's also really important that I take Rufus out after he wakes up from a nap, after he eats, after he plays. Also, if he just starts to roam around in the house and it looks like he's sniffing for a spot, I'll pick him up and I'll take him outside. We're still picking him up and placing him outside where we want him to go to the bathroom because he doesn't really like to walk anywhere by himself. So we're still working on that, but he has been able to hold it a little bit longer. He does sleep through the night, which is really awesome because we were waking up in the middle of the night and taking shifts, but that was only for the first week. So if you buckle down and do it that first week that you get your puppy, they will learn in that first week, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom after this, so they'll be less prone to have accidents in the house. When I'm potty training, I make sure to take Rufus into the designated area in which I want him to go to the bathroom. In our backyard, we have turf and we have a rock area, and the rock area is where Keela goes to the bathroom, so that's where Rufus will go to the bathroom. And it was kind of nice because I think when we initially first got him and started with him, we would set him down in the rocks and he would kind of smell from where Keela would go to the bathroom, and so he would immediately squat down and go to the bathroom. I noticed a couple times with Rufus that he would walk over to the turf and he would squat down, which I did not want to happen because I do not want the dogs going to the bathroom on the turf. So to stop that, I would stand in between the rock area and the turf so that if he tried to walk over there to go to the bathroom, he wasn't allowed to because I was standing right there. So he would have to turn around, go back into the rocks, and then do his business. Sometimes if Rufus hadn't pooped in maybe 4 or 6 hours and he didn't look like he was going to by the 3rd or 4th time I had taken him to the bathroom that day, I would take him to a different spot and stand with him to see if maybe he could find a spot to use the restroom, because half of his accidents in the house have been him going poop. So I wanted to stop that. We don't like that. Some newly dog owners struggle with potty training, I think, because they don't really realize how often their puppy needs to relieve themselves. Puppies are like babies. They're gonna just go to the bathroom when they need to go to the bathroom, and it's probably every 1 to 2 hours until they learn to hold it. So I know it may be a little difficult in the beginning and it might kind of suck, but if you're consistent with it and you continue to take him out to go to the bathroom, they will learn faster. I can't emphasize enough how important consistency is. Consistency is key. The more you do it, the faster they'll learn. I remember I used to find myself really frustrated with Keela when I first got her and she was going to the bathroom inside our apartment. And then I would kind of think about it and realize, oh, well, she hasn't gone outside in 5 hours. You know, she had to go to the bathroom and so she did. So it's really important to understand that your puppy is just a baby and they're going to relieve themselves when they need to. Accidents happen and that's okay. Unless you do what you can to avoid those accidents, they're going to continue to happen. Now for kennel training, we actually didn't get Rufus's kennel until last week, probably. And so for the first week and a half, he was sleeping in a laundry basket because he was so small and he couldn't get out of it. So it was really easy to just put him in there with some blankets, but now he has a kennel that he sleeps in and it's right next to my bed and it's right next to Keela's bed as well. Until Rufus is older and trained and at the point where I trust him that he's not going to chew up anything that he's not supposed to, he will be kenneled if no one's home. At night, he sleeps in his kennel and this is to stop him from waking up and walking or roaming in my room and going to the bathroom. If he's in a space like his kennel where it's smaller, he won't go to the bathroom because dogs have that sense where if they go to the bathroom where they are laying, then they'll be laying in it. So we got him a bigger kennel for when he gets bigger, obviously. And right now it's kind of split in half. I put a laundry basket in the back of it and then I put his blankets in front so that he has a little square of an area. It's probably 3 feet by 2 feet. It's a big enough area for him to sprawl out and lay down. And he has a few toys in there as well. I want him to feel safe and secure when he's in his kennel. I don't want him to think that his kennel is a punishment. Some people might use kennels or crates as a punishment tactic, but for me, it's the complete opposite. The first night he was in his kennel alone, he was not a fan. So we put Keela's bed right next to him so that he would see her and maybe feel a little bit better about it. His kennel was on my side of the bed, so when he started whimpering and whining, I just turned over and I calmed him down a little bit. I told him it was okay just to go to bed. I even put my fingers in the kennel so he knew that I was right there. Sometimes in the mornings, if he hears us waking up, he'll start to whine and paw at the kennel and stand up on his legs. And I don't really want him thinking that he can just cry and whine to get out of the kennel. So I'll tell him to get down, I'll get up out of bed, and then I will let him out of his kennel. I did put a few of his stuffies in a bone in his kennel with him so that he can chew on those and kind of stay occupied until he falls asleep. He does like that, so that's good. We're using the kennel for at night when he's going to bed, and if we're ever leaving the house, which we haven't really, obviously. So during the day, I'm going to start maybe putting him in there for 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes for just rest time for him, so he knows that his kennel is a place where he can relax and have some quiet time. So again, this week, Rufus is going to be learning his name. We will be potty training and also kennel training. Hopefully he learns his name rather quickly. They usually do, so it'll make teaching him other tricks easier. Potty training is going pretty well so far. I still think that he could have an accident in the house at any time, so we're still taking him out after he's eating, playing, napping, whatever, every 2 hours at least. And the next thing with him will be allowing him to walk himself outside into the rocks to go to the bathroom. And lastly, kennel training. He's doing pretty well at night. He sleeps through the night, so that's pretty good. It's when we leave the house that I worry that he's going to whine and cry the whole time. So I'll have to figure out how to stop that and make sure that he feels secure and safe and knows that we will come back and we will eventually let him out. So I hope you all enjoyed this video of week 1 in puppy training. I'm hoping that I could help at least one of you in your puppy training. I'm really excited to see how Rufus grows as a puppy into an adult dog. It'll be exciting for you as a dog owner to watch your puppy grow as well. So if you thought any of this was helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We'll see you next week.